Good morning. Welcome back to a brand new build week. We got Jaylina back in the game, and I was just watching back my last week's build video, and every single morning I was talking about how I needed to do the cabinet door frames for Jaylina every single day. And every single day I did not get those done. Our first mission today, those cabinet door frames. So we're gonna actually do that. Well, actually Jaylina's gonna do it. I'm gonna do one with her and then she's gonna finish it up. So I really want to start the electrical. It's a big deal. Oh, here comes Halo. Also, we need to do a photo shoot for the Dakota Lithium batteries because they're gonna start getting covered up and I'm never gonna get a better shot. So
True.
I'm gonna pull those out, clean those up, and then we're gonna do the cabinet door frames, and then I'm gonna start the electrical.
Halo, do you like your new house? Yeah?
How you feeling, Jaylina? How you feeling about the build so far?
Oh man, I absolutely love it. It's really coming together. Have they seen the epoxy yet?
Yeah.
Oh, so gorgeous. Once the countertop is in and this one's in, I think it's gonna like come together so fast. So I'm excited. There's some things that we have in the works that we're gonna be working on today and tomorrow. Hopefully I can get to it, but we can't wait to share with you guys.
We better get to it. Just kidding. Let's go do the cabinet door frames. Hi guys, I just wanted to take a few moments here and talk about Dakota Lithium. They are the official battery sponsor of the Big Bus build, and they gifted 800 amp hours of lithium power. That should keep us off grid for quite some time. If you want to check out Dakota Lithium, I'll have a link in the description along with the discount code, and we'll be installing these batteries later. Let's get back to the video. Whenever we have doors, they usually they fold out and sit on this ply right here. Now, obviously this doesn't have anything for it to sit against, so we cut this little brace right here, and that way when the door folds out, it'll have a place to sit, since this is a different width than that. So that's what we're doing. We're making a couple braces, and then we get the measurements for the door. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the heart of the electrical system. This is going to be the biggest system I've ever put in. 600 watts on the roof, 60 amp charge controller, 60 amp DC to DC, a 3000 watt inverter, but it's a big bus, so it's a lot bigger. And then this is a 40 amp battery charger that I'm going to mount in there so that I have shore power. Plug an extension cord in and it'll automatically detect the state of the batteries and charge them or turn off. So basically your batteries will always be topped off for the house.
Which is really nice.
But we're gonna basically, what we're gonna do first is go in there and kind of see where all this stuff is gonna land and live, and then we'll mount it down, and then we'll kind of connect it all together as the plan. So I'm just kind of dry fitting how this is gonna work. I definitely filled this whole space up, which I wasn't necessarily thinking I would take that much space, but that inverter is massive. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have the solar, the charge controller. Solar will come in through here, come into here, go to the bus bars, right? DC to DC will come up, boom, go to the bus bars. Yeah. And then all my 12 volt are gonna be right here. I can kill each one on and off there, and I'll be able to turn the whole battery bank off right there. Click, boom. So just trying to get this all figured out. I got everything mounted down and secured, and I think I'm just gonna start one at a time, kind of connecting everything together. I'm gonna start, so basically I'm hooking up everything inside of here that I can hook up, and then I'll just have to connect to the stuff in here, right? So I'm gonna start with hooking up the 12 volt fuse blocks, just go from here to here, and then connecting everything to the bus bars, get everything in here done, and then all I should have to do in theory is hook the bus bars up to the batteries, and then, you know, one step at a time. It's pretty crazy. I'm a little intimidated since this is the biggest system I've ever done. I usually don't do anything past the 40 or 50 amp. This is 60. So I'm just trying to take my time and be careful, you know. I mean, I did not film much of that because I'm just like trying to make sure everything's right, you know, and double checking everything in the manuals as far as fuses and blah 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 blah. So, what was I even saying? Anyways, I didn't quite get it done. I pretty much, my goal today was to kind of get the brains done, right? So to get everything kind of connected in this box. I call this the brains of the electrical, and then all I got to do is hook the battery bank to the brains, and then hook the bus to the brains, and then the solar to the brains. So this is like the central part of the electrical system. There it is. Really filled that space up a lot. I thought that was gonna be like plenty of room for the electrical system. It's barely fitting in there. So, I'm going to end for the day. I might clean up a little bit, but we'll be back out here tomorrow. Good morning. It's a brand new day, and we're still doing the electrical. We started that yesterday. Let me show you something. Been talking about this quite a bit already. I'm just trying to be very, very careful, trying to re-look up diagrams and just make sure everything's solid. One of the things I did realize was, so I bought a 600 watt premium kit off of a 600 watt kit from Renogy, and that came with the charge controller, the panels, blah blah blah. And I found a wiring diagram for that, and it looks like I'm missing a fuse after the charge controller, so I need to put a fuse in. That's one mistake I've made so far. And we're gonna keep going on this. So I gave myself a whole week to do this electrical system. The goal for the day would be to finish the brains, get the battery bank connected. Basically, I would like to get like all of the main parts of the electrical system done, right? I don't necessarily need to attach fixtures today or solar. That's going to be completely separate. So the main chunk of the electrical system, and then today, which I would love to accomplish that, then I'm going to set aside a day for solar, and I'm going to set aside a day for doing fixtures, which the fixtures might take 2 to 3 days because there's so many. So let's get to wiring. There it is. There's the fuse I forgot to put in. That needs to go off of this positive lead going to the battery bank. So I'm probably, man, there just ain't a lot of room. But I'm thinking like right there is probably going to be the best position. So I got a wiring diagram from Dakota Lithium to wire these all in parallel, and I'll tell you some of the things that I've learned so far. So every single one of these batteries has to be charged and have equal voltage before they get put together, right? And then, because I've never done this many batteries connected together before, and then they need this 150 amp terminal fuse on each one of the positive terminals. Then, so once all the batteries have the exact same voltage, they get the terminal fuses, they get put together, and the battery bank gets wired to our brain. So that's what's up. We're gonna go take a lunch, but I just wanted to talk about that real quick. And then we'll be back and we'll put these batteries in. Y'all, so Jaylena's filming right now. She's doing the cane webbing on the back of the doors. I gotta show you this. Can you see that? Looks so cool. It's the first time we've ever used it, and I gotta say I kinda like it.
Me too.
Look at that. Wow.
This is my first time ever watching anyone work with more than one battery. So I started asking Isaac about that contraption. What's going on?
It's a terminal fuse, and apparently, I finally read a manual for one of the first times, and it's saying that that's what I need. So I'm not sure if I've needed that the whole time and didn't even know or what.
That's a good thing. I'm learning the proper way, at least.
Don't know. All right. So you remember that AC unit with those wires we ran a long time ago, all the way through there? We're connected. So those are supposed to connect straight to the battery bank. So we're doing that, getting that done. Battery bank is almost connected. Okay, yeah, it's all connected. I think we're gonna push the batteries in. So it looks like a freaking mess right here, but all the batteries are wired in parallel, 150 amp terminal fuses, and then we are connected from the battery bank to our brain, to that kill switch, and the AC is wired direct to the batteries, which I remembered reading I'm supposed to do that. I'll probably check that real quick.
Yeah. Make sure.
And then we're gonna push the batteries in. We have a 40 amp battery charger right here, right? And it's got these little funky whoop whoops, but guess what? We don't care.
He broke it. Unusable. Talk about full send it LLC right there, bro.
That's right, bro. Don't care. What's up?
You didn't tell me this was gonna be funny. And why'd you move the batteries back?
So I can hide them.
Nice.
So I think that's it, bro. Those are
Battery system done.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here building the bus again. I'm moving kind of slow this morning. Made my little mission plan, so we'll go over it. We want to cut the shore power port for the 110 to come in from over there, charge our batteries. And we want to blast a hole in the floor right there for access to run wires up, because we need to run our DC to DC wires. And I want to cut those two holes, mount the shore power port, and I want to hook up the DC to DC. So that's hooking up two wires from the vehicle's battery to the DC to DC charger, and then getting a circuit that's only on when the bus is on to tell the charger when to turn on. I'm going to take this moment to tell you that I think DC to DC chargers are one of the most I would rather put a DC to DC charger in than put any solar on the roof. Unpopular opinion. One of the most underrated pieces of equipment to install in your build. When I took the deck off of Skooliana, I took the solar off, and I lived in that bus for 2 weeks without one solar panel and never ran out of power because of that DC to DC charger. That's why all these people putting 1 million watts of solar on the roof. I don't know. Like I keep saying it over and over, it's not my scene. But anyways, DC to DC chargers. If you don't know about them, you need to learn about them. And you need that more than you need a lot of things that you think you need. Now I'm sounding like one of those guys. But anyways, we better get to the work day. Turn on. Turn on. On. Off. Boom, found one. Exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. I think I got the DC to DC all hooked up, right? Dip switches. I did up, down, 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 up. So the first and last are turned off for lithium. After some Googling, that's what I found out it's supposed to be, but we'll see. So I'm gonna turn the ignition. Actually, we'll have Levi turn the ignition. We'll see if the light turns on. All right, I'm ready. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, go ahead. Oh yeah, green light, baby. She's turned on. Go ahead, just leave it on. So it's working.
Is that charging, or is it?
Yeah,
just
that's charging right now.
Oh, really?
Yep. All right, DC to DC works. Go ahead and turn it off. So we only got one thing left to do, and that is to put a chassis ground to these bus bars. So let's do that, and then the heart of the electrical is officially done. And then I can put solar on in the next few days and start running all the fixtures. That's gonna be the end of the day. So the DC, let's look over my notes. What did I do today? Oh yeah, so I cut the shore power port, got that completely hooked up. We have a little 110 extension cord in here, so we could plug a heater in if we have access to an extension cord. And so DC to DC charger, I even got the lead from the circuit up there that is only on when the ignition is on. It's completely done, completely set up. And then what else? So DC to DC is all done. I even put a ground. So I put a chassis ground on. I always put one to the bus bar because everything in here is kind of getting connected to that ground. And then boom, I put a big fat chassis ground on. So I feel good. This is a big deal. So like the main part of the electrical is done. The only thing I got to do now is get solar on the roof and then start attaching stuff to it. And that's it. It's took me days, but I gave myself a week for it. Because it's a big one. It's the biggest one I've ever done. And I don't want to mess something up and have problems. So, I think tomorrow I'm going to try and wash the roof and let it set up. Because I got footprints all over it from doing other stuff. And I don't want to put solar panels over the dirt and it'll never be washed again. So, it's the last time I can kind of wash it. But we're done today. See you tomorrow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning here at the bus build. I feel like we are so close, but so far away. I was looking at the rest of the month and trying to figure out, you know, how this is all gonna work, but I think we're doing okay. One thing I was thinking about that I need to start thinking about is paint. Because if I need to order anything, I need to get it ordered so it's coming. So something I need to start poking my little brain at. Anyways, today's mission plan is wash the roof. I think I'm going to do that first thing. Because it's not raining today and I need to wash the roof, get all the dirt off of it, and then let it sit over the day so it can start drying so I can do solar install tomorrow. That's the whole mission for tomorrow if I accomplish this list today. Wash the roof, install the shower pan. Jaylena might come out here today. We'll see, but I need to install that shower pan because she's done red guarding, so the shower pan needs to get set so that it could be tiled with Dumawall at some point, but shower pan's got to get done today. Hang the cabinet doors. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but Jaylena cane webbed all these doors for the cabinetry. I want to get those hung today, and I think we're gonna do, I usually do 3 to 5 coats of epoxy on live edge, but I've done quite a bit at this point and I think I can do it in 2. So I want to get the last coat of epoxy poured on the live edge so it can start setting up. So by the end, I'm not going to put the counter in until the electrical's done because I'm going to be getting in all the cabinets doing wires. But that way, by the time I'm done with all the wiring, those pieces will be dry and ready to be installed. So dry times and figuring things out. I finally figured out how to do the wood stove. It took a lot of figuring things out, but I need a piece of 1/2-inch cement board for that base to do it right, which means I gotta go to town, Anyways, let's just focus on the mission plan for today. Let's go. What the heck is going on here? I need you to vacuum that and then put tape over that.
Got it.
Alright everybody, this is the wall tile that we're using for the shower. So this is Duma wall. It's like I've seen a lot of people and buses using this stuff and they say it's freaking super easy and really easy to install. So this is what we're using in the shower. We're kind of prepping for this. It's not going to be in this video. And then I only use Sikaflex products for sealants. So I have some Sika Clear that we're going to use to glue these up and glue the seams. And you guys will see this get installed in Juliena's video. Woo! Woo! Oh, look at that, look at that. Juliena, I want to show you our little trick. So this is our battery compartment, right? But I'm like, oh no, what if we have a problem? Oh no. Boom, just pops right out. Just clips in, and then I can get in there and do whatever. Trick. And then let me show you this. So you come over here, and boom, there's our closet.
Whoop.
Wow. Good job, Julia. Good morning and welcome back. Good morning and welcome back to another day on the bus build. This is gonna be, today will be the last day of this build week. And it's an exciting day, it's a big day, but we're putting solar on the roof. That's like one of the last major missions of the electrical system. And then all the charging components are all set up and hooked up. And then we just gotta run the little fixtures. But look at this. That is 6 100-watt panels going on that roof. That will be the largest solar install I have ever done in a bus. Everyone is so mad that I'm not doing more solar. Let me tell you a little story. When I had Skooliana, I had 600 watts of solar on the roof, and I took 300 off because I didn't need it. You know, my DC to DC charger did more than my solar ever did. And I was just losing space on the roof. DC to DC chargers are big, I mentioned it a lot. So obviously I have a huge battery bank in here and I got that AC unit, so that is a game changer. But I think we're gonna be fine. It's gonna take about half the roof on the front, and then I am putting a deck on the back. So I'm just hoping that the wires are gonna be long enough to connect all together and we get this done today, because to kind of stay on track with this build, solar needs to be done today. Let's get going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we had this whole mission of getting the solar done today. I better, hold up, let me check that. Yeah, no. I don't have the MC4 connectors, so I can't connect these solar panels together without making my own MC4 connections in between. I thought I bought them, and I just went through all my materials, all my boxes, and I don't have MC4 connectors. It's just one of those things I miss, dude. There's just too much stuff going on. Sucks, you know. Solar could have been done today. So now, what we're gonna do is we're still gonna mount everything up there.
We did clean roof yesterday after all, so might as well get that done.
Well, we can't really. Yeah, might as well get it mounted. And then, so we're gonna do everything we can. So we're gonna mount the solar on the roof, cut our hole, probably even put our connectors up there, just, I don't know. We're probably gonna do as much as we can without actually hooking the solar up. All right, y'all, solar is mounted on the roof. We still gotta cut our access hole and then our solar entry port. But the thing is, we can't connect the solar panels together because obviously these wires aren't gonna go all the way over there. Usually I buy an MC4 connection cable kit and I hook it all together, and I guess I didn't buy it. I was looking through my Amazon orders and realized, I was talking about it earlier, I guess I just missed it. So, but this took a lot of time, so we wanted to get, you know, as much as we can done today, because to be on track we needed solar done today, and I just literally can't do it now. So we did what we could. We're still gonna go as far as we can, put the solar entry port in, run the wires inside. We're gonna caulk everything up here so that can set up, so that when the wires do show up, all I gotta do is put them together. I'm gonna get off the roof. I think we're done up here for now. We're gonna work on the solar entry port, probably from a ladder. So let's do that. All right, y'all, there it is. Solar is mounted and sealed, and the solar entry port is done as well. I just can't connect the solar together because I forgot to order a part. So I Amazon primed it, so it's only 2-day, but yeah. And I was trying to pour epoxy on the live edge and do the last coat, but it's already past 5 and I'm wiped out and my back hurts, so I'm shutting down. And that's gonna be the end of this video. So if you got this far, thank you guys so much for watching. And if this is the first time you've ever seen this channel and you like anything bus related, or you just like bus stuff in general, consider subscribing. If you're a long time subscriber, you know we got that love for you. We're excited to get this thing done. It's so close, but so far away. So I'll see you next week in another video. We got another guest coming back, and this thing's gonna be a lot closer by the end of that week too. So I'll see you there. Bye.